Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to the Comic Queens podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Annie. And today we're here for another installment of our TBR, where Alex is an overachiever and I'm trying my best.
Listen, I have been on a roll with these danmei. I will be talking about 4 and 5 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation today. And I have not completed volume 5. I'm almost done with the main story, and then there are side stories. I love it. It's so good. I can't put it down. So that's why I've read 2 books.
Au contraire, I think this month alone, this has been almost 5 books.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't feel inadequate at all.
Well, I mean, once you start reading these, you're gonna know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I don't have children, so I get interrupted way less.
Yeah, I'd say statistically at least 50% less than me.
Yeah. So, I will be starting off with volume 4. I've been trying to keep it vague, so when I talked about this last time, it may have been a little kind of crazy, all over the place, not really making sense, just plucking things out that I remember happening, but not trying to give too much away because I know you're going to read it.
Yep. As soon as that buy freezes up.
As soon as
that buy freezes up, I'm buying it.
So, what I'm going to be doing is kind of giving overarching plot points of here's kind of vaguely what I'm getting from book 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So, we have, in the previous book, seen what happened to the Cultivation clan that was at the top. So you'll remember I said that there was one that was kind of taking over. They made all of the junior cultivators come to pretty much hold them hostage under the guise of learning from their school. And we see from multiple different vantage points how that battle went. And so they had a campaign called the Sunshot campaign because the clan that they were trying to take down logo was a sun.
Yeah.
So it was called the Sunshot campaign.
Seems a fitting name.
Yeah, they right to the point. But we get to see how Wei Wuxian goes from being this great young cultivator who, if you'll remember, his adoptive father thinks is better than his own son, and how he gets to the demonic arts, why he became a demonic cultivator, and why he went down that path that people think is a wrong path, and how things shaped up once they overthrew this old cultivation clan.
Yeah.
So they are moving forward. There's some political stuff going on. We get to see how things ended up where they did with him and his adoptive siblings. Kind of where we go with how he is responsible for one of their deaths, how he is on such bad terms with the other one, which is partially because he's responsible for one of their deaths.
Bit of a trickle effect.
Yeah, and how all of that kind of got where it is. And then we get to see how Wei Wuxian kind of the final straw. So there's a bunch of turning points where the new clan that is kind of in charge, they think that Wei Wuxian is too powerful as this demonic cultivator. There are endless stories going about how he has killed and killed and killed all of these people during the campaign. And it's just very interesting to see it go from, oh, he's on our side, this is great, he's killing all of these enemies, to, well, now he's not doing what we want him to do, therefore he is an enemy to us. And kind of how everything devolves there.
Yeah.
And we get to the point where he's public enemy number 1. And then you see what happened to him as well, which is a pretty sad moment.
Now, did you cry?
I teared up in this one. I have not cried like I did in Heaven Official's Blessing, or in Scum Villain. I cried more in both of those than I did with this one.
So automatically, this one's not going to win.
Maybe. We'll see. There's still some left with Volume 5.
Yeah.
So I have comparisons to make still. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. I don't know.
Gotta finish this and have an official's blessing.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk it out.
Yeah. And so that all, of course, happened in the past. In the current timeline, everyone has now found out who Wei Wuxian is. They know that Mo Xuanyu is not Mo Xuanyu, that he's actually Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
So they're all like, well, now we got to deal with this problem again. He's public enemy number 1.
Yeah.
So how do we get rid of him?
Yeah. Again.
And then they're also dealing with the fact that a lot of the juniors have been working with him. And so they have different relationships with him because they're seeing him now as he is.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else is looking and seeing who he was and what he did before. So in the 4th book, we do, like, a majority of the 4th book is a large group of cultivators, including Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji, all of the heads of the major sects, and the junior cultivators who have kind of been our little companions throughout this whole journey are all trapped in this cave. Mm-hmm. And there are fierce corpses coming after them. And so almost, I would say 2/3 of this book are them trying to escape this, and also people confronting Wei Wuxian at the same time. Whereas, like, they're kind of like, we have more important things to do right now. Bigger fish to fry.
Not your average Joe fish.
Not your average Joe fish. And so they eventually figure that situation out. You know, they're kind of moving on. And then Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian end up alone again. Mm-hmm. Wei Wuxian gets Lan Wangji drunk. And this is not the first time. It is an established routine that he has one drink and then passes out and then wakes up and does ridiculous things.
Love it.
And has no memory of them.
Best way to be.
Yeah. So Wei Wuxian is always like, this is a great idea. But then whenever it happens, he's like, I think that this maybe wasn't a great idea. He's following Lan Wangji around now. Mm-hmm. And Lan Wangji does steal 2 chickens at this point. So that's like one of the things that he's doing. And
it's not the only thing he's doing.
It's not. So Wei Wuxian eventually gets him to go back to their rooms. Mm-hmm. Now, they've been sharing a room ever since they first started this journey, because at the beginning, Wei Wuxian was trying to make Lan Wangji uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So he was like threatening to sleep with him. And Lan Wangji is just like using one of his clan powers to knock him out. Mm-hmm. And so they're staying in the same room at this point. There's some stuff that happens. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't quite end the way that Wei Wuxian thinks that it will. Mm-hmm. And so we end book 4 with Wei Wuxian kind of leaving the inn that they're staying at. They ended up having to get new rooms. They got 2 rooms this time.
There were 2 beds.
Yeah. Wei Wuxian is like, all right, I can't sleep. I have to get out of here. So he leaves. They're investigating a temple at this point. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, it's extremely quiet. It's abnormally quiet. Like, it's unnatural how quiet it is at this temple. Yeah. So he looks in and he sees that there's an array around it so that no one can see or hear what's going on inside.
Mm-hmm. Suspicious.
Yeah. He ends up catching one of the junior cultivators, who is the one that it's his nephew, either way you look at it, because it's Jian Yanli's son. So It's his adoptive nephew. But then Mo Xuanyu is of the Jin clan, and Jin Ling, who is this young cultivator, his father was a Jin member. Okay. So either way, it's his nephew. And either way, Jin Ling was not a fan. But the more he spends time with him, like, he's very conflicted about it.
Aww.
So he ends up going and he gets caught. And so Wei Wuxian is like, I have to help him. He also gets caught. And when they're in there, it's kind of funny because there's like a moment where the evil person, who I'm not going to say who it is,
Oh my gosh,
is like asking where Lan Wangji is and saying, I am going to just wait for him to get here because I know he's going to come. And Wei Wuxian's like, how do you know he's going to come? And the evil guy and Lan Wangji's brother, who was also there, are both just looking at him like, you're a fucking idiot. Of course he's going to be there. And so then it slowly starts coming out that they're staying in separate rooms right now. And so the brother's like, did something happen between you two? What's going on? And even the bad guy is like, what, like, why are you sleeping in different rooms? Something definitely happened. So,
everyone's weighing in.
Yeah, everyone is like, they've stopped all business. They're like, wait. But what's going on?
But like, before I try to kill you, like, are you guys on good terms?
Yeah. And so then Lan Wangji's brother, which is Lan Shichun, he is like, how do you not know what's going on? Like, how are you this oblivious? You're kind of dumb. And listen, I've been saying it all along. Kind of dumb. Lovable, but dumb.
Yeah. Lovable but dumb is so good.
Yeah. And so then he has this, grand revelation, and where I'm at right now in book 5, the story is pretty much done. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit left of the main story and then some side stories. So I'm not going to say what happens or what this little revelation is at the end. I mean, you could probably guess, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to tell you anything. There's actually one part in this which I'm debating if I want to tell you or not. Because
you can't tell me.
It's not a huge thing. Like, it's something that I should have picked up on right away. And when it was revealed, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. How did I not see this in book fucking 1?
Okay, now I'm so curious.
Do you want to know?
No.
Okay. I won't tell you.
Because I can't wait to tell you, oh my God, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. You might pick up on it.
Yeah. I feel like that happened when we were watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, but to be fair, you did watch it as a child.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I can be perceptive sometimes.
We'll see. I love this series. Even without getting to the end, I know that I'm going to love it because where we are with our main characters, it's just, they have such a good relationship and I love them. Lan Wangji
But are they fighting though?
No. Lan Wangji is the best.
Aww.
I love him.
I love it.
The allowing Wei Wuxian to just do anything that he wants is a vibe that I am all about.
Always.
I think one of my favorite things about this story is there are so many stories out there that have redemption arcs where the villain is not truly a villain. Like, they were forced into a corner and they absolutely had to do something, so technically it's not their fault kind of stuff. In this story, mistakes were made on so many parts by so many people. And it's kind of like dominoes, like one small thing led to something else, led to something else, led to something else, until this entire story between all of these people just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And some people had ill intent. Some people really didn't have ill intent, but their actions still had a negative outcome.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful to see how they learn from those mistakes that they've made, them reflecting back on the things that happened, them having realizations that things happened that they had absolutely no idea about.
Yeah.
And coming to understandings of, I cannot put all the blame on this person or that person or this person, and I have to figure out a way to kind of deal with how things are and just move on and forgive people or forget if you can't forgive. And it is just so beautiful.
Aww.
I loved it.
I love it. As soon as the buy freeze is lifted, all 5.
Maybe you'll find an entire box set like Scum Villain.
Now listen.
I bought all of mine, you know, as they came out. So I didn't get to do that. But when I bought Scum Villain, there was extra stuff in it. And I know you love extra stuff.
I love extra stuff.
So maybe the buy freeze is good. And it'll be in a box set when you get it.
That's true.
I do think that I want to read the manhwa of this.
Yeah.
I know we're going to do Heaven Official's Blessing manhwa. I feel like I might have to do this one as well.
You might.
I just think it's going to give, like, a new perspective on it.
There's a donghua also.
Yeah, might be able to pick up on things that I didn't, you know, pick up on clues earlier on.
Ugh.
And kind of see.
I love it. I love seeing all the different interpretations of it, too.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll consume it all. Well, I'm super happy for you. Super excited to read this one. And glad that I don't have too many spoilers. Because I'll forget about all of this later.
Yeah. And I feel like I kept it pretty vague.
Memory of a goldfish.
Yeah.
So, we're fine.
Yeah.
Now, I get to tell you about a story that feels so Alex-coded. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
For this one specifically, I read Dark Heaven. I read the whole thing, so patting myself on the back because it's an 82 episode series.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. In a week?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Who would have thought?
Not me. But this series is on Leeson. It's written by Junes, and it is listed as a BL intense drama, which is not usually my go-to. Mm-hmm. I've done BL intense, I've done BL drama, but all of them together, I was like, I don't know how this is going to play out. And let me tell you, this series should have content warnings and doesn't. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say that right now for everybody. It has horribly graphic depictions of violence and assault that are not for all intended audiences.
Yeah.
So absolutely discretion is advised. It doesn't have warnings on the episodes. So going into this series, you should be aware.
Is there like a general warning
Not really.
on the series? No.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a warning about not like copying the content, but nothing else. So highly recommend, caution, be advised. But this series has me in a chokehold. Ever since I finished it, I've not been able to think about anything else. Mm-hmm. It is so beautiful. It's in black and white, but all of the thumbnails are colored and they have nothing to do with the content of the episodes. Mm-hmm. So some of the happiest thumbnails are like the most devastating episodes I've read in maybe any manhwa. This series covers a lot of really dark and deep topics. So again, just flagging that for everybody. This series follows 2 main characters. You have Simon and you have Connor. And when you first see the characters, you see Simon and Connor are playing in a band together. On the side, they also have a romantic relationship with one another. And slowly you see like they kind of had this ritual of they'd play a show together and they would spend their time together afterwards. And all of a sudden, you very abruptly see that they don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's only Simon performing. And so right away, you just kind of see that there is this abrupt break. You don't understand why or what happened. And the story explores the entire growth of Simon and Connor's relationship. Good and bad, whatever their relationship might be to one another at any given moment, that is the focal point of the story. Now, there are a lot of subplots throughout this entire series as well, most of which being that this story is set in a unnamed city, in an unnamed country, where racism and homophobia run extremely rampant. So, There are a lot of hate crimes against people of color, against people of specific sexual orientations. And unfortunately, it becomes very obvious very early on that our main character, Connor, has experienced this firsthand as both a Korean American and as a gay man. Mm-hmm. Now, the story follows them. Their relationship with one another started in middle school. And Simon and Connor started as best friends because Simon stepped in when Connor was being bullied by students at his school for being of a different race. And from day one, Simon and Connor were inseparable. Mm-hmm. So Simon steps in. He just kind of adopts Connor. And this is a very much like black cat, golden retriever energy because Simon is big-eyed, bubbly, super loud, cannot contain his energy. And he's just dragging Connor behind him, who's just happy to have a friend. Mm-hmm. Like, Connor just admires everything Simon does. And you learn that in middle school, Simon has always dreamed of being a performer. So, day one, Simon's saving Connor from getting beaten up and then takes him to an abandoned church where he goes, look at this. This is my recording studio. And he's got all of these instruments that he doesn't know how to play, but he's like, I'm going to learn how to play the piano. I'm going to learn how to play this guitar. You're going to be my guitarist, Connor. So we're going to teach you how to play the guitar. And this becomes their ritual. Like every day after school, they're spending time together. Simon basically becomes Connor's family. Like, Connor has a mom and a dad. His dad is very stern, kind of aloof, doesn't really pay much attention to Connor. But Connor's mom, all about it. She's like, oh, honorary son, look at you.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Connor also has a brother who's more like actually his cousin, but his cousin's parents kind of abandoned him. Mm-hmm. And so his cousin was taken in. They're basically brothers, like raised side by side. And he's completely annoyed by Simon and Connor's existence. Like, they just make their relationship everyone else's problem.
Yeah.
Now, Connor and Simon decide to go ahead and start performing for like school talent shows. They're, really trying to make it in the business, but they're in like middle school. So obviously this is just their starting point or jumping off point. And they do end up getting pretty popular. But you start to see a lot of the really harsh realities start to trickle in right around when they start getting to like middle school, high school age. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the kids at school, not a huge fan of the attention that Connor's getting as somebody who they deem different than him. Yeah. So they end up like basically kidnapping him and beating him up. And then they try to take his money that he got from doing performances with Simon. But Connor's like, I'll be damned if you're allowed to take that money, because Simon and I worked our butts off for that money and we're going to use it to actually record in a real life studio. So he grabs the money and jumps out a window of this like 2-story building that he got taken to and breaks his leg. So he ends up in the hospital. His mom's like, oh, you didn't tell me you've been bullied. Like, what's going on with you? And Simon shows up a complete wreck. Mm-hmm. Just inconsolable, like realizes that Connor's okay now and stable and that he's got a cast on his leg. And he's like, you can't do that to me. Like, don't, like, you should have let them take the money. Why did you jump out of a 2-story window, you psycho? And, having a very friend fight. And Connor is just overwhelmed with the feelings that he has for Simon and kisses him on the cheek. Mm-hmm. And then tries to play it off. He's like, obviously friends just do that. Like, it's fine. I just did that to calm you down. Mm-hmm. And Simon immediately kisses him on the lips. And they realize very quickly that the feelings that they have for one another are not just as friends, but also they have romantic feelings for one another as well. Yeah. So they grow this beautiful relationship of really just being on the same timeline as each other and really falling into place at all of these different timelines. So when they're in high school, they have the same goals. They're working towards achieving them together. They're both just these ambitious artists, and their parents are very supportive. And unfortunately for Connor, like, he can't be as open as he wants to about his relationship because he knows his parents will not be accepting. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, in the environment that they're in, their relationship also creates a lot of enemies. So very similar to them in school as well. Connor becomes a target again for people not liking the fact that somebody of color and somebody that, since they've been kind of stalking him and realize that he's in a romantic relationship with a man, someone of a different sexual orientation is not allowed to be as successful and famous as he is. So he ends up becoming a target again, but there is an established organization at this point that works as a gang committing crimes against people of color and people of different sexual orientations. And so this comes to the point that you don't get all of the details, but you know that this is the fundamental reason why Connor and Simon split up. Mm-hmm. And you don't know why at the beginning. The entire story really follows so much about, like, self-discovery, about self-acceptance, and really, like, how to love yourself in a place and around people who don't, and finding the family that you need. I loved every second of it. I could cry. I won't, but I loved it.
But you could.
There are so many different pieces that play into this series. It's one of those where, like, it's horribly violent. And I cannot stress enough, like, if you can't do with seeing really bad depictions of abuse and everything else, this is not going to be the series for you. But the way that they handle it and the just torment that you feel along with so many of these characters, it's impossible to not be moved by it. Mm-hmm. I love them. I love every single moment with Simon and Connor. Every single time I was like, is someone gonna die? Am I gonna die?
Oh my gosh.
Like, is my soul going to die? Like, there's just this suspense that follows you throughout the entire series of, like, this violence has followed these characters the entire way. There's no way that there could be a major character death, right? Mm-hmm. Or, like, is there?
Is there?
I don't know. I don't know. Didn't read it. Just kidding. I did, but I'm not going to tell you. Mostly because this is maybe the most Alex-coded story I've ever read.
Yeah.
I know this would make you cry.
Yeah, probably.
And I know you would love this.
Oh my gosh. I do love that we both tried to keep it so vague so that we can both read each other's stories this time. So, I mean, we've got assignments for the future now.
I know. So write that down.
It's written.
She didn't write a single thing. But I'll take it. But I highly recommend it. I think that this has been so great and cathartic to get through some of the stories that we've purchased.
Yes.
And even though I was sitting there sobbing by myself.
Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you gotta. That's just a sign you're living. So that's fine. But I hope that you dive into these stories, or maybe your own TBR if you are needing to do that.
Yeah, if you don't already own these and you want to join us on the TBR, read your TBR, not ours.
Yeah, read yours and then tell me about it.
Yes.
Please. But thank you all so much for joining us, and we're looking forward to talking to you all on the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.